Who wants to be a Melvinaire? It's a manhood movement, constant elevation. Every day we improving. 7 p.m. on Wednesdays, I think you should tune in. It's more than a podcast, it's a family reunion. Melvinaires. My nigga Mel up in here. You know Rome, he the plug, no telling who might appear. Could be one of your favorite rappers, community activists, businessmen and women to the shooters and savages. Melvinaires. Yeah, we Melvinaires. Yeah, we Melvinaires. Yeah, we Melvinaires. Listen, you still a baby boy. This is manhood shit.
Yo. Mic check. 1 2 1 2. It's the almighty Melvinaire Podcast, man. We back in the building, baby. Indeed, I'm your host, and I never wrong the plug. Got my bros. Got the bros in the building. Shout out to the bro, Sean Don, of course. Back again. Bro, let that man introduce himself, bro. Let y'all introduce yourselves, man.
Hey, yo, it's your boy Sean Don. I'm here.
Yeah. Billy Ray Valentine, Brickyard, Philadelphia.
Already, man. Of course, man. We waiting on Dr. Inky to pop up. Shout out Dr. Inky. But until then, it is a lot going on in the world right now, especially in our community. We're waiting on Dr. Inky for his input on certain subjects. But following up from last week, shout out to M. Soto. Be sure to check out that last week's episode, Melvinaire Mania. It was fire. Big shout out to everybody who participated on that. Last week's show, we discussed the young lady who got allegedly hit in the face with a brick. Upon further research in the internet, it has been found out that this woman never filed a police report. There's no footage of her being hit in the face with a brick. And she's exhibited this behavior before, and the irony of it is every time this happens, she puts up a GoFundMe. This particular one, she got $40,000. The one prior, I think she got like $14,000 or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Just off the sake of going viral. And that's the power of the internet, bro. Like, all she did was say it. You know what I'm saying?
She put up another. She had another video too where she had another lump and she was going off on black men. She had like two.
It's something deeper than that, bro. Cause I done seen somebody hit with a brick, yo. I done seen somebody hit with a brick before. You know what I mean? Like, hey, you ain't just gonna have no like little abrasions and slight swelling, bro. No. Nah.
She ain't had that.
She ain't gonna have a laceration.
She ain't hit with no brick.
You got a laceration.
Allegedly.
Yeah, you gonna be
allegedly
cut.
They said. Yeah, but allegedly they said that she had went and got some type of face. She got some type of face condition or something happened where she went to the doctor and got some type of injections.
Wow.
And then because they said she was in a club with a mask wrapped around right before that, like a mask wrapped around her face. Yeah, so it was a whole scam.
Yeah, it was a whole scam, bro. And and this is like nothing's gonna happen to her, bro. Nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like for all that, like you really should get hit with a brick now. You know what I'm saying? Like, like seriously, because like, bro, like you play with people like that, man. And like the next time, the moment where it's some real shit, and a black woman is really in need of some help, it's gonna be the ones like this to make us as men to be like, man, I ain't getting that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like it's them ones that they always mess it up for everybody else, like that really may need the help. I saw a video yesterday on Instagram of a dude following a young lady to her car, and he was trying to get her number, and when she was like no, like she unlocked her car door, bro, he immediately went to the passenger side. It was gonna get in his
Yeah.
Yo, bro. I'm like, yo.
Then he
she
started
should
getting
have shot
aggressive. telling her, delete that.
Delete,
delete that.
and then you gonna delete it or what? I'm like, man, yo, see,
Who recorded it?
she was recording on her phone.
Oh, while like the whole thing was
The whole thing was recorded, bro. So then she was like, yo, I'm gonna walk back to the store and give you the opportunity to leave. Yo, this nigga followed her back to the store, bro. Like in the midst of that, and was demanding that she delete what she was recording on her phone for his irrational ass behavior. Like I'm sitting there, I'm like, bro, if she shot him, she'd be justified. Like she'd be justified in shooting that man because like she could literally argue like she was in fear of her life. Because I was like, damn, this nigga hella bold, bro.
Yeah, he was behind her screaming, "Oh yeah, see, she don't know how to trust nobody,
Right?
Don't know how to trust,
Right?
Yeah,
nah.
I'm like, man, yo, that's another situation in which you got someone who don't know how to conduct themselves, in which they'll mess it up for all of us. Like we'll get the rap for his for his fucked up behavior. You know what I'm saying? And about y'all don't know how to conduct yourselves and this why this and you know what I mean? Like no, like you're granted, yo, it's exceptions to every, you know what I mean, exceptions to every rule or whatever. You know what I mean? You got some people just don't know how to act. You know what I mean? And some people just don't have know how to have control of themselves. Some people got impulse issues. You know what I mean? Like just real rap. Not making an excuse for their behavior, but just realistically. You know what I'm saying? Like that dude, you could clearly tell got some type of impulse issue. You know what I'm saying? Like clearly, cause like yo, bro, I ain't never went that hard on no female ever. I ain't never been that pressed. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never been that pressed for no woman like that. Like yo, I'd be like, no, all right, have a good day. You know what I'm saying? And keep it moving.
I think it might be more than this impulse thing though.
Yeah,
that's kind of like it's real weird. Like it's like weird. Like what would you possess you to like act like you going with her? Like
right,
go to the door, cards side of the door. Like that's creepy. Like
yo, you
know
what
you think about
it's
I never think of doing anything like that. Like
it's Michael Jackson video-ish.
Right.
It's Michael Jackson video-ish, bro. Like, Michael Jackson would be considered like, oh, yeah, he'd be like public enemy #1 right now. He was making videos, bro. Like, that he made in the 90s. Like, like, bro, yeah, it's wild Pepe Le Pew-ish, man. Like, wild creepy.
Following the girl off.
Yeah.
No pride.
I mean, that's like the archetype for most music videos. R&B ones though, they following the girl around, dancing, singing.
Yeah, bro. Yo, Mike was grabbing his whole nuts.
But dude wasn't
and humping the air. Mike had accented moves, bro. Like that would be strictly like they would try to cancel Mike, bro. Now, and if Michael Jackson was a new artist and just came out and with that same everything, bro, they try to cancel that man today, yo. They would try to cancel him. Oh man, yeah. So like, yo, the brick squad. I kept calling her brick squad shorty, but yo, she ain't even get hit with a brick. Like, you know what I'm saying? So like now, we like scamming shorty. Like, yo, she's a scammer.
Yeah.
She's a scammer, man.
It makes it hard to just naturally snap into a nation building type mindset and just see some female being attacked. Like, oh, that's my sister, help. Because, everybody's so, this it's a lot of individualistic, capitalistic work. We're in a capitalistic society. Yeah, go right there.
Mm-hmm.
That totally go against,
yo, phone lines is open. Phone lines is open, yo. Tonight is release therapy. I forgot to mention this. Tonight is release therapy, yo. You got something on your mind, something on your chest. You want to get off. You want to chop up with the team. You just want to get off your chest, man. You might have had a bad day. You know what I'm saying? Yo, holla at us. Phone number is on the screen. Phone lines are now open. 240-863-2160. Anybody want to call up, man? Don't be afraid. Hit the number, yo. Come holla at us. There was a video that I stumbled across, man, and I had to rewatch because there was I stumbled across a YouTube video and it was say Kamala Harris twerking, and I was like, no way. So I put, like I thought I put it on watch later. I'm like, man, ain't no way. You know what I mean? And like I think I fell asleep. And like the next day I went back, I couldn't find it. So Kamala Harris has been criticized by the black delegation for her dance moves. For her dance moves. I do gotta play this one, Lee. This shit funny.
I didn't see them. I didn't see the moves. What she was doing.
Can you see it?
No, you gotta plug into the other one. Great joint.
The gray one?
Yeah, the big.
Nah, this one don't fit.
No.
Oh, this one. I got you. You see
Where was she at when she was dancing?
I don't know where she was at.
She was at her house.
She was at her house?
She was at her house having a hip hop, the first annual hip hop house party at the vice president's house.
Okay,
that's the title of it.
Okay, all right. That's wild. That's wild. That's never happened. But all right. So Kamala Harris being criticized at a hip hop party that she organized for her hip hop dance moves.
At her house in Washington, D.C.
At her house.
In D.C.
In D.C. Here we go.
I don't know. I like it. Like this, she's doing this for the 50 years of hip hop. She have a house party.
She pandering. She ain't doing nothing but pandering.
Yeah.
Who was recording this?
Yeah, I don't know.
That's always my question. Who is recording this? They got a Secret Service right there in every shot.
Did he hit a vape pen? That's what it looked like.
Yo, listen, they get it in, bro. They get it in. We've had someone on the Melvinaire Podcast who went to the alma mater of Kamala Harris and has a relationship with the White House. So like, they get it in out there, bro. And it's legal in D.C. You know what I'm saying? So like, I mean, like, nothing illegal went down, man. Nothing illegal went down that we know of.
Not on camera.
Not on camera. Yo, I don't like though. Like, see, like, if Kamala Harris has got to run for president, bro, I'm not voting for her. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, they really only like use her to pander to black people. Like, that's kind of it. Like, nothing about her. Granted, yo, your partner don't necessarily. In some people's eyes, I ain't gonna say, or some people's eyes, yo, your partner is a reflection of who you are. For those who marry other races, you know what I'm saying? For like, she's married to a Jewish man, a white Jew man. You know what I'm saying? So like, it's kind of like, yo, you went to Howard. You know what I'm saying? Like, the HBCUs and you know what I mean? Like all of this, and you allegedly listened to Snoop Dogg when you was in college, and I don't think Snoop was out when you was in college, and you smoke weed.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Bunch of lies.
Like, yeah, it was a whole bunch of lies. Like,
was Snoop at the party?
Bro, she's Indian.
No, I don't think so. I don't know.
Her family's Indian, bro. Like, listen.
Yeah, she's Brahmin Indian.
Yeah, man, my son is half of that. Like, yo, my people's is the same, like, mixture. You know what I'm saying?
Her dad was Jamaican, I think.
Her dad Jamaican, right. My people's pops is black. You know what I'm saying? Her mother Indian. You know what I'm saying? Same Indian as Kamala Harris, bro. Like, yo, them niggas is wild racist. Wild racist. You know what I'm saying? Wild racist. Like, no joke.
What type of Indian is she?
East
Brahmin.
Indian. Red dot.
Oh yeah. I was listening to the Godfrey podcast, and they was going in on it.
Wild racist,
how
bro.
much racism they thought they do over there. I think they said they was like the second or the first most racist country in the world.
They racist as shit, bro. like wild racist. So it's kind of the more and more research you do in the Biden administration, like it just kind of makes it hard, like to like defend any of that. Like, bruh, like Joe Biden was wild racist. It is wild racist, like because he's old and because he, you know what I'm saying, he the remake of Weekend at Bernie's too. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying?
That was Mitch McConnell.
He's another one. He's another Weekend at Bernie's stunt double.
Tales from the Crypt. One of them Tales from the Crypt.
Yeah, Tales from the Crypt, yo. Like, bro, like, man, listen, I don't care. I don't care who you was vice president to, none of that shit, bro. Like, man, like that nigga racist. You know what I mean? Like, in that's nothing new. So, like, especially now, bro, like, if Trump president again, bro, like, I am going to laugh. If Trump becomes president again, bro, I'm going to laugh. I'm going to laugh, bro, because that's like just where we at. Like, that's just like where we're at. Like, you can't defend. Like, you can't defend some of this stuff, bro. Like, you just can't. Like, it's insane, man. Like, the world we live in, like, it's a world stage. It's a stage. It's really a world stage. Like, I wish people would wake up, yo. Seriously, bro. Like, I be getting mad, when I hear our people be talking about Trump like he's some type of savior. And granted, he may be the lesser of two evils. That's just because he's too stupid.
He wasn't in politics. He wasn't in politics long enough.
Yeah, he was right. He wasn't in politics long enough, bro. So he's just like the guy. He doesn't know. Like his whiteness like has blinded him. You know what I'm saying? In real life and from reality. You know what I'm saying? His white privilege has blinded him, from reality. And I forgot the name of the condition. That's Inky. I forgot the name of the condition. But the white boy in Texas, bro, who killed all them people in that car. And he got some type of privilege in court, bro, and they literally came up with this condition that basically said, from his condition of living, of a rich lifestyle, that it diluted his reality. You know what I'm saying? His life was a constant delusion because of how he came up with money. You know what I mean? And I think the same shit applies to Trump, and it's kind of like the emperor gets new clothes. You know what I'm saying? Like, he behind the curtain and like he just saying everything. They're like, man, nigga, shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, shut up. And he's not saying it. He's not saying it to put people down. He's saying it because he's an idiot. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just happens to work out like that. I don't know, bro. Like, I want to. That's Inky. Peace to the gods, man.
Peace.
We got the bro, Dr. Inky, live and direct on Melvinaire Podcast, man. Yo, I gotta get your man on here, yo. We talking about. I want to talk about this Trump shit, bro. I can't think of bro name right offhand, but
I know you're talking about the twins. I know you're talking about my Republican brothers.
Yeah. Well, I would love to hear the explanation, yo, on this Trump tape. I would love to hear that, but I was waiting for you to get here. Did you have
the explanation on what Trump thing?
I've always just wanted to have the conversation for the ones who try to make Trump seem like he's like some type of superhero. You know what I'm saying? Or like some type of freedom fighter.
I'm pro-Trump. Hold on.
Like he's some type of freedom fighter, bro. Like,
Uncle Trump.
That's Uncle Trump. Hold on, man, because I'm with all of the smoke, man. Let me make sure. Let me get this thing together here, man.
Now look, if you tell me like, yo, he's the closest thing to breaking the system, and within being an agent of chaos, I can accept that, bro. I could totally understand that. You know what I'm saying?
I wouldn't even say being an agent of chaos. I would just say, for me,
right? This is just how I'm raised, right? I don't fault people for being who they are. I don't think like nothing's wrong with that. For instance, let me give you another analogy of the same thing I'm saying. As a parent, right? If my children come over to your house to play with your children and you know, they spend the night or maybe they spend a few hours there, whatever the case may be. They did something wrong and you punished them in a way that, you know, like you kind of went hard at them. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you popped them or maybe you cussed at them or something, whatever it is. You went in, you know, you went into daddy mode on their ass real quick. They wasn't ready for that. Now, when I come to pick my kids up and they tell me what happened, I got to decide how I'm going to process that. Now, here's where here's how I make my decision. If you handle my children exactly how you handle your children, we're good. We're good. Even if I think you might have went overboard or you went underboard or, you know, like even if I don't agree with how you did your thing, that's your thing. You know what I'm saying? And I need to know whatever that is before I feel comfortable leaving my kids there. So absolutely. If whatever you did is what you normally do to your babies, then however that worked out, that's just how that worked out. Nigga, I told you don't go over Tyrone's house. You said you had to go over there, so that's what happened. Now take your ass on this car, and next time you know, don't do whatever Tyrone daddy said don't do, because he gonna get into your ass. Right. So that's how I kind of look at this whole thing with, like, now, say for instance, Trump. Trump is like right over the top, you know, borderline belligerently, you know, he's who he presents himself to be. And regardless to whatever that is, I will always take that over box number 2, period. The label that you put on it, for me, is less important. Like, oh, he's a Republican or he's a Democrat or he's this or that.
Nah,
you know what I'm saying?
I can get wanting to deal with who you know. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I could totally get that. Like I respect the racists. They be like, hey, you nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like I want that racist. You know what I'm saying? I want that racist. So like I can appreciate that aspect. But like, all right, it could have been any one of us in the Central Park 5, bro. Like it could have been any one of us.
Nah, but listen, hold on. But I was in Harlem when that was going on. I'm from the Bronx, and my family's from Harlem. We just happened to be the first ones moved out of Harlem into the Bronx because my dad was hustling in Harlem, and he wanted my moms to have me somewhere else than where he was doing his business at. But other than that, we from Harlem. So what I'm telling you is that his commentary at the time was not as harsh as people that's not from there and is reviewing it in hindsight is making it seem to be.
Okay.
What he said is nothing different than any of the brothers would have said had everybody been all black. Like if everybody was all black and, you know, 4 or 5 guys, whatever, jump on this black lady, rape her, beat her half to death or beat her to death, whatever, we're going to be saying, yeah, we should have caught them niggas and did whatever, and blah, blah, blah. We should have, you know, like we going to go in. We're going to say whatever we. So once we draw the lines with the race and then we start to forget stuff like the story he got wasn't the accurate story. Now, obviously he spoke from the perspective he spoke from, but remember, we got to deal with, respectfully, the parents and the police in that situation that came to the consensus to decide to tell these boys it's better for them to play like they guilty than to deal with the truth. You know what I'm saying?
That's true. That's true too. That's true too. I agree with you to an extent. Yeah, I also just think that like, yo, like, you know, like people are who they are. Like his like that shit is in his blood, bro.
Look. Here's the thing that we forget. We forget that the parents and the kids and the police somehow came up with this idea to play guilty.
That's true.
So it's mixed stories going on, which is making it seem even more confusing. It's like, nah, they innocent. No, they said
he wouldn't have said that if they was white though.
They said they was guilty, but they took that back. They said they
but
definitely
he would
innocent.
if there was 5 white guys, then he wouldn't have said that.
If it was 5 white guys, respectfully, hold on. Keep it real. Because we got to keep it all the way real. Look, if it was 5 white guys, right? You know damn well, like I know, this situation would have never reached the point where that comment was even available to make.
That's very true.
The parents and the police would have never made the decision to tell no 5 young innocent white
to plead
kids
guilty
to pretend like they almost raped and killed the lady. Like there's no way in hell that would have went down like that. So what I'm saying is you got to remember, this is the universe before cameras was on every street corner.
Right.
Vigilante justice was a part of the fabric of the culture. Now, was it wrong or right or whatever the case may be? That's what it was. People handled their business that way because you couldn't catch every fucking body. So niggas in the neighborhood kind of handled shit sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, these niggas sound like they need to be handled. That's what was going on back then. Like, people was wilding. You know what I'm saying? You was running down.
I mean, I could dig that. What's good, Queenie? Topic of discussion, man. But
listen, hold on. That subject bleeds into this subject because a lot of the conversation centers around how are we going to address the parenting issue. You know what I'm saying? So that's how Polite came in the door. Polite came in the door selling food, but then he transitioned on some old let me teach your children type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that was the first step that he made from selling food. We don't know. See, let me start back with the Polite shit with this. We don't know, and this is like a big confusion for most people, especially with the Sarnetta shit from a few years back where he said about, Renintet and the first girl that Polite got caught up with.
Right.
When we first met Polite, we didn't meet no money man. We didn't meet a scam artist. We didn't meet a con artist. At least we didn't know at the time. I uncovered the other night on my channel, I did 2 days back to back on how Brother Polite, quote unquote, scammed Dr. Sebi and then used Dr. Sebi's credentials to get into the community. That's how we met Polite. So when people are thinking like, yo, how y'all co-sign this nigga scamming? Or how y'all could co-sign this nigga after y'all knew he was raping the kids? Or like, all that shit happened way later. We didn't meet this nigga like that. When we met him, he was wearing Muslim jalabiyas. And he was introduced to us as the guy doing lectures with Dr. Sebi. Mm-hmm. And he didn't have no whole bunch of books. There was no I wrote 100 books at the time. He had one book, which was the book about him having diabetes and meeting Dr. Sebi and getting cured of diabetes by Dr. Sebi. And so him and his wives was selling the Dr. Sebi food plates. Okay. And that's how we all got to know Polite. Like the same way in every neighborhood, you got a nigga who sell barbecue chicken with macaroni and cheese. Polite was that nigga in the conscious community. That's who he was. At everybody's event, no matter who was doing a lecture or who was speaking, whatever, Polite would pull up and get the vendor spot in the corner. And he would have the conscious food. He got the whole Dr. Sebi shit, the quinoa, the black rice, blah, 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 blah. Yeah. That's how we knew Polite. Everything else happened later.
Yo, I knew something. Now, granted, I used to follow everybody. You know what I'm saying? So, like, when, long time ago, Polite came to Baltimore. And so like I like granted I don't talk about this shit like like on air, man. You know what I'm saying? But Polite came to Baltimore. I wasn't at this event or whatever. You know what I'm saying? This particular event when he was here, but he was with some guys that I'm really cool with. You know what I mean? Like I'm good friends with. So my guys are showing them around town or whatever. You know what I mean? And this is when the illusion of the money shit is going on. You know what I'm saying? Kinda. I guess it's like this before he like left New York. I'm assuming it's before he left New York. And yeah, bro, like if the video that went viral of him like feeding homeless people Little Caesars and shit. Like, yo, my dudes, like my people's paid for all of that.
You talking about Wolf?
Yeah. Yeah. Shout out my guy Big Wolf, yo. Shout out my man. Yo. Yeah, okay, so you familiar. Okay. Yeah. So
stories travel. I don't know him, but stories travel. Yeah.
Hey, shout out my guy Big Wolf, man. Man. Yeah, bro.
Listen, this is what I'm saying. Listen. Bro, I have a story of saving Polite's life in Cali, bro. Like people say to themselves out there, how did he not rob the wrong person all this time and get, like how did he avoid something happening to him all this time? That's another reason why people continue to get scammed, because they thought in their mind, if all the people saying he's scamming on the internet is real, he would have been locked up or his ass would have been whooped a long time ago. So clearly it must just be people just, you know what I'm saying? But
nah, all right, in that situation here, they were kind of new stepping into that light. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of like how that transpired. But he been banned from Baltimore ever since, bro. Like he can't go back to Baltimore. You know what I mean? Like, yo, he can't come back to Baltimore, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I was supposed to have him on a show years ago. I had put together a show, and Wolf was on that show. Matter of fact, Wolf was on that show, and he was supposed to come on and never came on. And
it's a lot of places like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of places like that. That's why I think, like, listen, I really believe that he is textbook insane. He got a lot of shit upstairs wrong with him, bro.
First of all, bro,
he's really like, I mean, obviously he's textbook insane because of what he's already convicted for. But I'm saying, if you look at his actions since the conviction, like you can see that
remorse.
Part,
remorse.
part of, but not even just no remorse. Any part of intelligent, like you still got people out there like, no, but he taught me this and that. Like, no, this nigga's a lunatic, bro. He put out a video just yesterday or the day before talking about he having a good time in jail playing basketball and playing chess with everybody. And, a lot of the inmates getting his autograph just like when he walks around outside. And, he's been able to work with all his mentorships over the prison floor.
NPC.
He trying to set up the people to send money.
He gonna have a jail debate team.
The hustle continues.
Yeah, right, facts.
Nah, he gonna set up a lot more than that, because it's gonna be somebody he's gonna bump into that's not gonna think it's funny.
Exactly.
That he making it seem like he in prison having a like it's an amusement park in there. Oh yeah, I'm having a great time. We playing chess and basketball and
Yeah, for those who don't know, Brother Polite took a plea agreement and is currently in jail for what's the exact charge? I forgot the exact charge.
So he got 4 L&Ls reduced to 2 child torturing charges.
Wow.
Child torture charges, yeah.
Child torture.
Yeah. So it doesn't exactly say like
sex
rape
offender
or molestation, but it doesn't rule it out either.
That's what it means. No, that's what it means though. He pled down. He pled it down.
Right, it's within the
framework. You got to pled down. So, but all his penalties is the same as sex offender.
Correct.
Child sex offender. All his penalties.
Correct, and he has to go to a sex offender program after he's released from prison, which is like a semi type of security still prison though, because it's another facility. So after he do the 7 years, he got to go someplace else, involuntary, lockup program where he just for sex offenders.
Wow.
And then after he completes that program, then he got 10 years probation.
Somehow, I still that's not enough, bro. Like I just feel like it's not enough, yo. Like,
well, hold on. The lawyer, attorney Akeisha, she broke it down how that middle piece, we don't really understand that. That middle piece is definitely a indefinite lockup, is what that is.
Hold on, so
they can lock him up at any time. Anytime they feel like they wouldn't want to lock him up, they can lock him up.
Yeah, and when he finishes the prison sentence, he got to get locked up initially into that new place. And he got to be there until they say so. So technically, he could be there for 2 days, or he could be there for 2 centuries. Like he's in that middle. He's in that middle facility until they say that he's no longer sexually aroused by children or whatever.
Wow. Wow.
Like whatever your sexual affliction is, you got to be in this place contained, because in Florida, they say that sex offenders can't rehabilitate in public society. They got to be in somewhere else.
Wow.
But they said that also sex offenders can't rehabilitate in prison because there's too much rape culture. So you get to do your entire sentence in prison and then come do an extra sentence in a private rape facility just for rapists till you get rehabilitated. And that's whatever time they feel like you rehabilitated. So he got to do the 7 years and then the mystery amount of whatever that middle time is.
Okay.
So if that middle time turns out to be 2 weeks, niggas probably going to throw their arms in the air and say that was some bullshit. But if that turns out to be substantial, then, is what it is. And I'm waiting for him to pull his. And wait. I'm waiting for him to pull his scam. I'm waiting to see how people are going to respond for now to his scam, because the scam is coming. I listened to that phone call. I said, the scam is coming. He getting ready to have a Malcolm X transformation. So he's going to tell everybody he had a dream, or you're ready to tell him that if he's having a dream, or somehow Dr. York connected with him, or an alien could. Now, see, look, young Pharaoh used the aliens, took him up and put the information.
He's another one. He's another one. But
the problem is the people are buying this shit though. Listen, and they willing to pay top dollar for it. Pharaoh said the aliens put the information directly into his brain. You want to get that information, sign up with the membership, $19.99 for my website.
Yep.
Niggas signed right on up and said, trust me, Polite is getting ready to come with that, and he gonna say, he's paid his spiritual debt for his past life transition and all this other bullshit. And the gods and the angels have this and that, and now he's he get ready to come with some shit and sell them motherfucking. Listen, what else he gonna do?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. See, man, like I know that I know that you know him. You know what I'm saying? So like, even when I was telling my team, I'm like, yo.
Well, let me say this. I knew him at one point. You know what I'm saying? Like, the more we analyze this shit, like, you know people up until you stop knowing them.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like because people can change from, like, for instance, you might be, like, say, for instance, you might see niggas from your high school or from your college that you went to school with. You know them like that, but you see him on America's Most Wanted. You like, damn, hold up. I didn't know he was like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, shit. What happened to him since we was in school together? That ain't how he behaved. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So you don't know how fast people change when you don't.
Yo, that's true. That's true. I thought, like, you could literally see, like, you go back, like, now, granted, I think I reached out to you in, like, 2017, bro. Like, when I first got started. Like, I think that's how long we had, like, a rapport. You know what I'm saying? With him, like, when I was on Side Netter, like, super heavy, bro, because I was in my transition. So, like, the knowledge, bro, like, that's all I wanted. You know what I mean? That's all I wanted to obtain.
Bro, listen, Sonetta is transition diet food, bro. He's the transition diet food. Like when you eating how you eating, and then you want to eat it better. That middle food, that's good for you to eat while you normally eating terrible, but long term it's gonna make you sick.
Yes,
that's Sonetta.
I agree with you on that. I agree with you on that. But when I just say that and saying, but seeing the humble beginnings and the transition to where he is now over the years, you could see it because it literally went from the black woman is God to now I'm in front of a Maybach with 2 white bitches. You know what I'm saying? And it was like, hold on, so which one is it? I'm like,
whoa. Let me stop you. See, this is the shit why niggas is weird out here. All the way back then, I told niggas they was scamming.
Mm-hmm.
Before niggas got on YouTube. When niggas had the initial debates. And when I'm talking about initial debates, because this is how the debate shit went. The debate shit don't really have one history. Sonetta is creating a fake debate history to create this polite character. The debates actually started with Seti and Dr. Alim Bey.
Mm-hmm. I remember.
That's right. And from there, the debates got progressively more animalistic, up to Natural Tahuti and Ali Muhammad, where Ali Muhammad came to the shit with the bulletproof vest on, and niggas was threatening to shoot each other on the radio, and all kind of shit was. And then the school shut down and stopped letting niggas come because there was too much at the metal detector and all kind of. It was just too niggerish.
Yeah.
Right. So after that, the school stopped fucking with them on the lectures, and that's when Sonetta had to partner up with Africa Bambaataa. So that's another thing niggas don't know. Africa Bambaataa was Sonetta's business partner for a lot of time.
I did not know that.
Yeah, because the National Black Theater, where all the lectures was at, it was him and Africa Bambaataa that was setting that up.
So then
I went to one of those lectures. I went to a lecture there.
And it wasn't until
with Sonetta and Seti.
It wasn't until the money got funny between Africa Bambaataa and Sonetta and brother Nabi, the guy that runs the National Black Theater. It wasn't until they had a falling out about the money that Sonetta went and found Hassan Campbell to then say Africa Bambaataa.
Yeah. Wow. Wow. Yo, now that you, oh my gosh, bro, that's crazy.
So now you see the same thing he trying to do now after all this time. He was just riding with Polite last week, defending him. Oh, he ain't guilty. He ain't taking no plea. Now
I'm gonna wait to hear the verdict. I'm gonna wait to see what the judge say.
All of a sudden now, I've been denounced, brother Polite. I was the first one that told y'all he was raping the kids and blah, blah, blah.
Yo, and let me say this, man. Yo, when I heard about the situation, because granted, I remember the situation when he said his daughter got kidnapped. You know what I'm saying? And then all of a sudden, you never heard about it again. Like, I remember that.
That was a one-off.
I remember that.
Listen, that was a one-off. Listen, that was a one-off. That was a one-off, like the other one-off. Remember the other one-off that Polite pulled? And see, this is the shit where Sonetta's implicitly involved with this shit because they be splitting the money. So remember, he did another one where he was with Victoria and they went to like the Western Union. And you see some footage where like a police officer says, hey, come over here. And then all of a sudden the phone starts to get like moving around real fast and it gets real crinkly and there's a lot of static and shit gets weird. And all of a sudden Polite's like, yeah, the LAPD just beat us up. And,
yo, I do remember that. Okay, yeah, I do remember that.
Yeah.
I do remember that.
Malik Zulu Shabazz, and they was out there collecting money. They had like 12 niggas out front the police station having a press conference and shit. And niggas sent them like $70,000.
Wow.
For them to fight a legal case against the police department. And Malik Zulu Shabazz, Sonetta and Polite, split that money down the middle. And nobody ever heard nothing else about that shit.
Yo, that's
Allegedly.
crazy. I interviewed Malik Shabazz too, bro.
Yeah. Gave him the biggest shout in the world.
What is it?
Yes, we did. Yeah,
What
you
is
remember
it?
that? You remember that, bro?
Yeah,
We
yeah,
interviewed Malik Shabazz, bro.
Nah, Malik Shabazz definitely got him some of that Brother Polite scam money.
Yo, matter of fact, my pops came on
I
that
got
show.
a question. I got a question for
Go ahead,
Inky.
bro.
What is it about Polite that you can say that makes people trust him when you're around, like by you being around him? What is it about him, like in person, that makes people want to that can trust him?
Listen. I don't know anybody that ever trusted Polite. From the first time that I was around Polite, his wives don't trust Polite. Like nobody trusts Polite. Polite is an open, no good type of nigga. Like he's like if you see what you see in public, that's nothing. If you around him in private, you know immediately that this nigga's just he's just a nigga from Brooklyn. Like,
he's a straight scoundrel, huh?
Like, the first time I went down to Brooklyn to meet him is because he had owed me money for mad long on some books. And anyway, he promising the whoop and all this other shit. So long story short, he like, yeah, why don't you just bring the family and we're gonna have some dinner and I'm gonna have my wife's make us some free food because at the time, remember, he sell food.
Right.
So he like, yo,
I had one of them platters.
Exactly. And I'm like, he was like, instead of you buying food to take home, I'll let my wife just cook us up something and then y'all could take the leftovers, whatever's left over, you know what I'm saying, for coming all the way out here and me not having your money or your books ready or whatever case like that. And so he like, let's go shopping to get the groceries for the dinner. So we on the way walking to the little supermarket and shit. We see some niggas. He started talking to shit to the nigga behind the gate. And before you know it, we playing basketball and shit. And then we go to the supermarket. And we get to the supermarket. It's like a little Korean supermarket, like Brooklyn style, like a small market type of shit. We go in the supermarket, yo, this nigga stealing mad shit, bro. This nigga first he starts off the rip with the coconut waters. This nigga drank like 2 or 3 coconut waters in the fucking spot. Like he just like
he home.
And the crazy shit is this. Wait, hold on. The crazy shit is this. He talking to the nigga that's behind the counter. He like, yeah, where's the kids? And they're at the house and they'll be back next time. Like
he and that motherfucker like Cousin Sonny. He like Cousin Sonny or Martin.
He looking at me and he like, yo, you don't want no coconut water? Like you ain't gonna have no coconut water? You see, I like coconut water. You don't like coconut water? Like he trying to tell me, nigga, steal some coconut water, basically. But
right.
But I'm not stealing no coconut water. You know what I'm saying?
You don't like electric lights?
I put mine on the counter. I'm not sure what's happening. Like, in fact, the only thing I could be sure of is that I'm thinking I'm getting set up. Like, I know this nigga owe me $600. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm in Brooklyn. My kids and my lady is at his house. So technically, I'm out here by myself with this nigga that done got me for $600 already. Now he trying to get me, in my mind, this is how I'm thinking. Now he trying to get me to get caught stealing with him in Brooklyn, for that way he could tell the community. You know what I'm saying? Like look, slow down, nigga Inky. I bring him out to have dinner with the family, and he's stealing shit from the store and all that. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even know. Even in the moment, I wanted to steal me a coconut water because I just couldn't. I didn't. But that's what I'm saying is from the moment you meet him, he's not really like what people do with Polite. What Polite does is he creates an illusion for you that you're somehow going to leverage some benefit by your relationship with him. And he's going to thoroughly push the fucking bounds of fucking reality to see how far like he can push that relationship. So with me and him initially, we met in a Dr. Ali Muhammad class, and he went up and spoke for a few minutes, and he said that he wrote his own books. So at the end of the class, I pulled him over and I'm like, yo, I wrote some books, but I want to get, I want to get my shit printed. You know what I'm saying? If you printing your own books, how much would it cost for you to print my books? Mm-hmm. And he was like, well, give me 300, I'll print you whatever. So that's how we started. And eventually he fucking was scamming me, leading me on with the shit.
Right.
Never
books. Let me tell you, did you ever get one of those? I got one. I had got some books from him. I got some books from him when I went to that lecture.
Listen,
and
that shit
I'm paging.
Wait, look. That should turn to a 6-month adventure, ending with me going to his house with a gun.
Oh wow!
To finally get my money or the books, right now, and that's the night that I forced him to show me how to print and bind your own books. Mm-hmm. So I could say out of that situation, I learned how to print and bind my own books. However, the stress level of how I learned that information, I could have easily just went somewhere else and learned how to do that shit. I could have took a course on that shit for like $49.99 and saved myself way less than 6 months. But go ahead, my bad, bro.
Yeah, you good.
It's all
I had got a book. I had got a book from the lecture, a couple books, because I went there to support or whatever. And I felt the energy. I felt like that little grimy energy, like after the lecture when we met him in the hallway or whatever. Like I just felt that energy, like he was just. But long story short, I go home and I start paging through the books, reading them, and I get through like the first few pages, and then it's like I'm looking through it's just like he repeating the same thing over and over in all the pages, over and over. He'll say a little bit of new stuff, and then the next page he'll go through this whole little spill, a whole page full of something that he already said 3 pages ago. Like it's like it's something like sort of like think about it like a song. Think about it like a song, and
wait.
And it got a bridge. It's like a bridge you keep reading over and over, like, but it's it's crazy. Like I'm looking at it like, what? This shit don't even make no sense.
Photo albums. Wait, no, listen, niggas would call them just photo albums back in the days because half the front of the book is pictures of, like each family member. You know what I'm saying? Each family member got at least 2 or 3 pages worth of selfies and shit before IG was famous.
I ain't gonna get one of them.
Nothing but selfies. So you got 100 pages. Out of 100 pages, at least 30 of them is pictures with him and the children. Then another 20 of them is pictures of other books. And then another 20 pages is Dr. York, like clippings. And then like 5 or 6 pages of Google. And that's it.
Just for the record, DNA evidence was used in this case, and the DNA matched Brother Polite. DNA was found.
Yes.
DNA was found on this young lady. I got a daughter this young lady age, bro. So like the minute I heard that, it was an automatic. Like I didn't care what happened after that. I heard DNA was about, bro. Like I don't know. I don't know where this girl father at, bro. But just keeping it frank, like you should be lucky you alive in jail, bro. Honestly,
right now, see,
you lucky you alive to be alive in jail.
Where I was done at. Let me tell you where I was done at, and this is where I was like, a lot of niggas to me is still confused. The story that Polite gave about taking the girl to the club and then the club being closed. And so he went to a hotel to wait on getting directions to another after party.
Wow.
No, nigga, no. You
with the underage female.
No, right, exactly. Like
full of drugs.
Nigga. Right, you ain't supposed to be taking the 14-year-old somebody else's kid to no club.
Right.
Then think about what time it got to be. If it's so late at night, the club is closed.
The club is closed. So you talking about 2, 3 in the morning?
So you 2, 3 in the morning, you taking her to a hotel, my nigga? Not you still haven't decided. Wait, at 2 a.m., you still haven't decided that it's appropriate to take this girl back to her mama yet. So at 2 a.m., you're not thinking to take this kid back to her mama. You're thinking to take her to a hotel until you can find another place to get drinks at. And I'm like, wait, how and what's I'm confused because last I checked, it was illegal to get drinks at 14 years old in Florida or California. So how this nigga so casually says he was waiting to get drinks at another spot with the 14-year-old. I'm like, yo, y'all niggas are all nuts. Before DNA, before sex, this nigga's guilty.
Period. Yeah, facts. You're just off intent, bro. Like this was my follow-up question for you. It's on record that Brother Polite said that he didn't care if Dr. York molested 1,000 kids. That he would still worship that man with a spiritual father, right? That as a spiritual father. Do you think his behavior stems from the York effect is a factor in his behavior?
Like father, like son?
Like father, like son.
Think about it. Sonetta said that it was a woman that molested him. You know, Sonetta said he was penetrated in the anus by a woman.
I know that. Wow.
Yeah. This is what he said in this video. He said that he was, boy, this is his exact, I ain't gonna say his exact, I'm gonna come as close as possible to his exact words. He said, I'm blessed at least it wasn't a man that penetrated my backside.
Oh, wow.
It was a woman. It was a woman. That was his words. He blessed that it wasn't a man, it was a woman that penetrated his backside. He said he was molested when he was 13. So
see, hold on, man. Hold on, bro. See, not to cut you off. This is, man, bro. The shit that I was doing at 13, bro.
The shit that I was doing at I had my own crib and I had my first daughter at that age. So there's no way I could have been allowed.
There's no way a woman could convince me.
No way, nobody.
Nobody. Yeah, nobody. At 13, I knew that was gay. You know what I'm saying? At 13, I knew that was gay. At 13, I was having sex. So like, yo, listen. At 12, 13 years old, in my book, in the book of Jerome, yo, you old enough to make a decision. You're old enough to not something to make. It may not be a good decision. It may be a bad decision, but you're able to make a decision to say, I want to do this. You know what I'm saying? Or it's a new experience. Like at 13, you wasn't molested, bro. You was curious about some gay shit. And just because it was a chick involved doesn't make it less gay. Like it just doesn't. Like, yo, that never would have flew with me at 13. Like, there's no way.
Hit the share. Let me hit the share screen for you real quick.
Oh man, yeah, go ahead, come on.
Yeah, put the screen up.
Oh man, hey, hit that like button, man. Yo, y'all come over here, yo, y'all come in the crib, yo, hit the like button, please, yo, share this show, man. Oh my God.
Pause. You got the video up?
Can you
see it? I hit the share already. Can you see it?
Can you see it, Lee? We can't see it.
I hit the share screen already. It's sharing. You got to do something.
Oh, okay, all right. We got. Hold on 1 second.
You can't see it.
There you go.
There you go.
Blessed that it wasn't a goddamn man.
What?
So hold on, son. What are you talking? I'm saying at least I'm blessed that it wasn't a goddamn man that went up in my backside when I was young. So hold on, son.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God!
My backside when I was young, but it was a woman.
Oh my God!
What are you doing?
What?
I'm blessed that it wasn't a goddamn man that went up in my backside when I was young.
Pause that, man. Oh my God.
I'm saying, at least I'm blessed that it wasn't a goddamn man.
Oh my God. What the
blessed that it wasn't a goddamn man that went up in my backside when I was young, but it was a woman.
Wow. Wow. Oh my gosh. Whoa.
Raceway.
Whoa. Oh my gosh.
I don't care if it was an alien. I don't want none of it.
Yo, bruh. Oh my, I don't even know what to say about that, bro. Like, that's why he was on her song so hard, bro. Because they had this. Oh,
so you gotta think, listen, you gotta remember, when he get angry and he start arguing with niggas, he tell you all the time, he be like, look, like he say about the mighty Hebrew, he be like, yeah, the mighty Hebrew, he been convicted of rape on multiple occasions, and I let him still come to my house and spend the night with my family and all that on multiple occasions. So I don't know why y'all acting any different with polite. This is, and he started naming off people that's been convicted of rape that he still lets come over to his house with his family.
Yo, that is crazy, bro.
You gotta ask yourself, you gotta say to yourself, what is that like for this, like as a kid, when your dad is bringing over mad convicted rapists to spend the weekend with you
at your crib? Oh, that's crazy. Yo, man. See, this is the thing, yo, like with this media shit, bro. Like, like at first it's like, yo, I wanted to get to know people. I wanted to do some dope interviews, create some dope content, and not be that, yo. But when you find out shit, bro, and it's like, and like you just pulled you just pulled a joke, or you just pulled a joke out, like, you know what I mean? Just in the card game, bro, and fuck the whole game up.
Listen. I'm gonna be honest. That kind of thing can happen, but once you catch it, you got to do your part to back up from it. Like, there's a guy in New York that does the workout. He into pull-ups and all that in the park. His name, I'm gonna just say his initials is RR. Me and the brother was building up a rapport, and he seen Chase, working out or whatever, and he was like, yeah, I got to get out there to Detroit with you, you know what I'm saying, and build with you and Chase. I want to do some videos with Chase and all that. Woo, woo. When he said that, nothing was wrong with him saying that. This is another thing I want you to understand. A lot of this shit only seems super fishy and super suspicious and suspect in hindsight. While shit is going on, shit just look regular. Because when this guy says that to me, I'm honestly thinking, oh man, this is a great opportunity to come out. We're gonna get like mad footage and shit. This gonna be lit. His people gonna get exposed to my shit. My people gonna get exposed. Like, I'm thinking this is great. So I'm excited. I start telling my people about it. When I go to telling my people about it, one of my homeboys, I know this nigga for years. He know my children's mama and all that. Like, like, bro, what you mean you about to invite homeboy out to the crib? I'm like, yeah, nigga, we about to go in. Nigga, it's going to be crazy. You need to come too. Right. He was like, nah, bro, that nigga's a rapist. I was like, get the fuck out of here, nigga. So what I'm talking about? I'm sending the nigga videos. I'm like, no, this guy right here. You don't know what you talking about. We arguing. I'm sending the nigga clips now. I'm like, no, I'm talking about this guy. You're clearly mistaking him for somebody else. He's like, yeah, nigga, that guy right there. Call him on the phone and ask him what I'm talking about if you think I'm bullshit. So a child rapist, literally was asking to come work with my son. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yo, mind blown. Bugged.
Mind blowing. You know what I'm saying? But obviously, thank God, somebody put the bug in my ear. I put the brakes on it. and stop doing business going forward with the guy in all ways. You know what I'm saying? Like, wow, you one of them niggas.
Let me get my disclaimer now, man. Hey, look. Y'all niggas ever try to play with me and any of mine, bro, I'ma shoot y'all niggas. This ain't nothing alleged. Like, it's not a threat. Like, it's just factual. Like, I'ma shoot y'all niggas. Y'all ever try to play with my kids, bro? That's the end of it. Y'all ever try to play with any of my fucking kids, bro? I'ma shoot y'all niggas. Yeah, it don't discriminate. Like, whomever.
A lot of people try to put this situation on the victim's mother.
Yo, I heard that too, bro. I heard that too.
Like, now, respectfully, hold on. Where is the father, bro? Seriously.
Yes. That was my first question is, where's the father? That was my first question was, where the father at, bro?
Listen, I don't play that. I'm a domestic violence victim. So I don't play that out of balance male monster bullshit. I don't play that shit, especially on social, on these videos and all that. But in this instance, it is absolutely appropriate to say, where is the father, bro? My man Ben. And I don't know what, because I know some people out there even going to try to link that to some kind of blame for the mother. Like if somehow he's a no good guy or he's not whatever, they go, well, she should have picked it. Like, that ain't how it goes.
Yo, granted, was she probably manipulated by this dude?
No, probably it's 1,000%.
It's 1,000%, yeah. Now, granted, would I have left my 14-year-old daughter, you know what I mean? Was it a good decision to leave your daughter with him? No. She made a bad decision in a dire situation. That you could you could fault her for that. You can fault her for that. She made a bad decision in that.
Let me tell you why I say no. I'm gonna tell you why I say no. Because according to what information we got, it was still daylight when he left with the daughter to go get something to eat.
Wow.
There's no reason to assume that anything is wrong if it's still daylight outside and you take our daughter, because mind you, if this is your wife, remember, we can't normalize Polite's lifestyle. Remember, Polite doesn't have girlfriends. Polite has wives. This is one of his wives. If this woman is your wife, then that means her daughter is your daughter. This is your stepdaughter, however you want to phrase it. So there's nothing wrong with letting your husband, think about it now in these terms, you letting your husband go get something to eat with your daughter. If you can't let the nigga go, if you can't let your husband go get something to eat with your daughter,
that's true. That's true.
And you're not supposed to be married with the. So that's what I'm saying. So
that's true.
This is just your spouse. You don't know nothing. See, that's what I'm saying. In hindsight, everything looks super crazy, but in regular time, it's just like a regular thing that's happening. It's not a potential, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, like with blood dripping off his teeth, like waiting to with the little damsel in distress type of, like it ain't, it's daytime. It's, mom and daughter going through something. Good Samaritan Polite getting ready to go take the girl to go get some pancakes or something, Hey, let me go take her to get a shake or something, and we'll go talk about something, get a slice of pizza, and that it ain't nothing thinking to until the nigga disappeared, and then she can't find him. Then he talking about he went to a nightclub and the club was closed, and she don't know nothing. Everything goes blackout until the next day when the daughter comes back with bruises and semen and all this on her. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
So
that's true, man. But yo,
and look, that was the first time she had let Polite take the girl anywhere.
I heard that. I did hear that. But yo, we do gotta wrap up. We do gotta wrap up.
Okay, yeah. But that's what I'm saying. In that case, how could she have known? So yeah.
No, that's valid. That's extremely valid. That's a valid point, bro. And like, yo, I appreciate your expertise and input on this situation. Yo, this was huge, man. And yo,
definitely.
I hope you get everything that's coming to you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it ain't just the jail shit, man. It's the life shit. All that shit gonna catch up to you, bro, while you behind them walls, bro. You know what I'm saying? So like, yo, We don't gotta wish nothing bad on that man, yo. He already that trip just started for him, yo. He got a long while, you know what I mean, for that karma to catch up. You know what I mean? So
the only person I really think about in the situation, obviously the victim's mom, but really the from being close to the family at one time. You know, if anything, I wish I could do somehow to help my aunt out. You know what I'm saying? Because my aunt lost Polite Real, you know, his first daughter with Aminette.
Yeah.
The one that supposedly had ran away. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know how fake that is. I think there might be some fake parts to it.
Yeah.
But I think that part might have been real. And then once the runaway happens and you got to go public, let's create a story around it and try to milk it. You know, like that's my opinion of what happened. But anyway.
Nah, yo, Inky, yo, bro, we appreciate you. We're going to line something up. We're going to line something up for October. You got to come back from Melvinaire Mania for October, bro. So,
yeah, look. Tell everybody to go to Amazon, get the books. Melanin Diabetes Research, Inky. Just put my name in on Amazon.com and the books will come up.
That's a bet. Yo, we're gonna bring you back to talk about that too. Definitely bring you back to promote that. We're gonna go ahead and close out. We're gonna go ahead and start with Billy Ray and then go on to Sean Don, and I'll go ahead and close out.
Billy Ray Valentine. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter is dprogram78.
Sean Dawn, you can find me here.
Already, man. Hey, man, listen. This is a dope show. I appreciate everybody's input, everybody's energy. Big shout out to the Self-Care Snob. We miss you today. I would have loved to hear your input on this, but next time. But anyway, man, Can't Knock the Muscle _43 on IG. Melvinaire _podcast on IG. _Melvinaire on Twitter. Bookings and inquiries is melvinairemedia@gmail.com. Yo, you got music. You got something dope going on, you act, you funny. I don't care. You could backflip. It don't matter. You know what I'm saying? You in the community, you putting in some type of work, yo. This is the spot you want to be at, man. It's the Melvinaire Podcast, bro. Like, yo, we holler at y'all next week. I appreciate everybody, man. Hit the like button, share the show, subscribe. We will catch y'all next week, man. To everybody, peace and love. Be safe. And until next time, man. Peace and love. Big shout out to Dr. Inky, man. Big shout out to Dr. Inky, man. Subscribe to this channel too. American Healer. I think it's American Healer. Fuck with Dr. Inky, man. That's the bro. But outside of that, man, we'll catch y'all next week, man. It's the Melvinaire Podcast, man. Peace and love.